What's going on, everybody? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be talking about Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales.
None.
None at all. Which stars Johnny Depp, Jeffrey Rush, Javier Bardem, and Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom is back.
Barely.
Barely. Kind of.
Anyways.
A little bit.
Yes.
Yes, moving along.
We once again join Captain Jack Sparrow, who finds himself in danger, no surprise there, when his old nemesis Captain Salazar and his crew of dead soldiers are freed from the Devil's Triangle. Joining Captain Jack are the astronomer Karina Smith and Henry Turner, son of Will Turner. For their own personal reasons, the three team up and search for the fabled trident of Poseidon.
Yes,
Poseidon. Now, the first 10 to 15 minutes of this film actually really set us up for something both heartfelt and kind of dark, especially for a Pirates film. We meet Henry Turner right away as a young child, and he actually finds the Flying Dutchman, and in turn finds Will Turner, his father, and tells him, I'm eventually going to free you from this curse and set your soul free.
Yes.
And then after that, the movie actually jumps forward, 9 years, I believe it is, 9 years. And
yeah, I think so. That sounds about right.
We get our first look at Captain Salazar and get a sense of who he is. Not really the nicest guy.
No,
not at all.
At least not to pirates.
Yeah, at least not to pirates. And in doing so and meeting Captain Salazar, we also get to see Javier Bardem, who is fantastic.
He really is.
As the main villain of this movie.
He really
so good.
is.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start off in saying that Disney cannot get enough of Pirates of the Caribbean. This is a gold mine for them because people will just... They're like, here, take my money.
Take my money, please.
Take my money.
Worked for us.
And it worked for us. So we were like, here, no, have it all.
Yeah. Just enough for the tickets. Don't take it all.
All of it.
Don't take it all.
With that being said, it was still rather entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Well, it's... Being a Pirates film, the movie looks great.
It looks very fantastic.
For the most part, yes.
The beach shots, the jungle shots, if you will, the ocean shots, those all look fantastic, but I like beaches, so you could really put me on any beach and film it and I'll be happy. Well, I mean, don't put me on the beach. Yes, put me on the beach.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the movie does look great. The CGI, for the most part, looks fantastic. Especially Javier Bardem's crew of undead soldiers and his ship, all of that looks so good.
It looks fantastic. Every time that he's on the screen, it's a fantastic shot. Scene, if you will. Yeah, I think when he's on screen, that's probably when the movie works the best. Or at least it's the most engrossing. I don't know, just something about him, his character, what he's all about, and just the way it all looks, which we've already talked about. It looks so awesome. That's
what really gets the movie going. And I'm gonna move ahead to let's just get this out of the way. The writing in this movie is all over the place.
Yeah, it's
seriously all over the place.
It's everywhere. It's kind of sad because the acting isn't bad.
No.
The acting isn't bad.
No, I mean, Johnny Depp does his thing.
He is Jack Sparrow. Jeffrey Rush is always great. Javier Bardem kind of stands out as the villain. Probably a little bit more than any of the other villains we've really seen, I think, in the Pirates movies.
I'm partial to Davy Jones.
Of course you are.
I am. I love that movie. But yeah, no, he is really good. Seeing Orlando Bloom again, that kind of tugged a little bit at the heartstrings. I mean, especially if you're a big fan of the series, which we kind of are. We kind of are. We own all the movies up to this point. And seeing him return, even in just a small role, that was nice. But yeah, getting back to the writing, subplots galore. There are so many subplots in this movie.
All over the place.
Parts of the story don't make sense, at least not to me, or I guess any rational person. I don't think they would make sense. And there are a few moments that just stand out in my mind as just ridiculous. I was rolling my eyes at the screen. It's like, come on.
Yeah, they do that. They kind of...
they go places that they should not.
Or they use cheap tricks to move the story right along, or to add depth, or just they need to do something
to help with the next movie, and you're like, this has no point.
Or even the
in
next
this
scene,
movie.
and it just you can't take it seriously. That's my problem. Like, I mean, I know they're pirates films, they're fantasy. You're not really supposed to take them seriously, but when it comes down to writing and putting together a coherent story, this one, in my book, fails for the most part. And also, I think that there's some chemistry and charisma that's missing from this film. You don't get that same sense of wonder and or magic, if you will, with this one.
And that's partially because I think the first 3 films really work because of the chemistry between what you said, Jack Sparrow, Emily Swan, Elizabeth Swan.
Well,
I know it was an E.
Well, yeah, because in my mind, even the last film, On Stranger Tides, to me, it was kind of like hitting a bump in the road in the franchise. And then sitting through this one, I kind of was able to peg what the problem is, and that's exactly it. The first 3 films, you had Jack Sparrow, you had Elizabeth Swan, you had Will Turner, and you liked all of them.
Yes.
And they all worked really well together, and there was a chemistry there. Mm-hmm. When you take two of those characters away from the story and you just rely on Captain Jack to move these films forward, it doesn't work quite as well. Mm-mm. And I honestly believe it's because you spend the first 3 films with all 3 of them, and you do like all of them.
And then this one specifically, they kind of try to replace these 2, or replace Elizabeth Swan and Will Turner with 2 other people.
Yeah, the son, Henry Turner, and I just forgot her name.
Karina Smith.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Karina Smith. Yeah. Yeah, and then they're not nearly as likable.
No. Not nearly.
They're not. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're bad, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't work as well, and I feel like a lot of it comes down to the writing, and the story is just it doesn't work.
And it sets you up. See that you bring it sets you up for this sentimental and kind of dark story in the beginning, and then you don't really get that sentimental part until
the very end of the movie, and then it's gone.
Yes.
And then it's gone. Roll credits. It's gone. And so yeah, to me, most of this film is just a mess. And I don't feel like it really will do anything for anybody. I mean, even us, like I said, we're not the biggest Pirates fans, but we do own all of the movies, and I was looking forward to this one.
Me too.
And besides the way it looks, the CGI, the special effects, and besides Javier Bardem, I can't recommend it. I'm giving it a C.
I'm giving it a C too. It is entertaining. It's not one you want to go for the story. You can enjoy it more if you don't think about the story very much, because it is really good. It's good to look at.
It is good to look at. Unfortunately,
it's got a good score too. I like the score.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not one of those people who. I mean, I can suspend my disbelief a little bit, and I can go into movies like these knowing that it is fantasy and all that kind of stuff, and have a good time. But when you give me a story that completely falls apart, I can't look past that. So yeah, I can't recommend it.
Not from a franchise that has done it well.
Yeah, and we know that they can do it well, and I think it comes down to the writing, and it just didn't work for this one. So, I mean, if they do go ahead and do yet another Pirates film, I'll check it out. I want to know what happens, but I really hope that they bring back Elizabeth Swan and Will Turner, and I don't know. Get the old band back together. There we go.
And maybe just do one final one.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be nice.
But yeah, that's it, guys. Of course, if you have seen it, let us know what you thought about it down below. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of our sea-worthy reviews, I don't know if that works. Sea-worthy reviews. Seafaring reviews. Good reviews. Awesome reviews. Hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you guys next time.